Uh, Hello. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. We have managed to make it in, though. Somehow, some way. Here we got our matchup between Akimbo Esports and MCS Gaming. Looks like we have a nice Mirage tied up 3-3. We're going to get straight into it. It looks like Oxark is going to be getting it straight out onto Halen there. Gets the kill on triple, putting the T's in an advantageous position. Now the 4v3 coming in is Ogura, making his way up the catwalk. Looks like he will not be able to get anything as the smoke is going to be through. And Drew with another ripper onto Oxarka, taking out the stairs player. 4v2 for Akimbo should be a freebie in this round. CT's almost certainly just looking to save, though, as Ryguy, yeah, he thought about it, but smoke comes in, and that's certainly going to deter any further thought about this one. Ogura and Ryguy going to be looking to save these rifles. As it looks like that will put Akimbo up 4-3. CT economy's not looking too stellar, so we'll see if they decide to force back into the next round around those two rifles, or if they're just going to leave it be, but they'll find out. To Africa. And it looks like the CTs, they're thinking about it. No timeout's going to be called, but the CZ comes in. So it looks like that will be a half buy around these two rifles. The M4 and the AK, let's see where they go off to. As it looks like the AK will be posting up on this A angle, seeing if he can get anything, but it doesn't look like it as the A, or the mid hit, excuse me, is coming out. This is a fast cat take from Akimbo. They know the utility and the weaponry for the CTs is weak, so they're going to molly out, smoke out connector, and you see 3 CTs trapped over on A site there. Should be giving Akimbo a nice, easy way into this round. As Weeza just going to be repositioning top mid, going to chuck another smoke in that window position. The bomb is being held over here in the horseshoe area. Not committing to anything yet, but as you can see, Akimbo, they use that early aggression to get some control of mid, but it looks like they're just hanging out. Want to see if they can get the CTs feeling antsy at all, as it looks like it will be Scorchy with nothing but an USP to defend this. Not a rifle over here for him. Tag come through, gonna get tagged up himself. As they are making their way onto the site, Alula getting 2 of their own. And able to get one back. If you're looking for a second, nothing there though, as Weeza is able to get a 4th and 10. The beautiful shot onto Agura. That will be Akimbo going up 5-3. CTs do put together buy, as they did save in the last one. Now, if they can't manage to win this one, Akimbo will be putting themselves in an excellent position to take a stellar T-side on this Mirage map. As we see Taggy down here, waiting to see if he can get anything going in the underpass area. Alula also just fishing around on the A site, not going to see much though. We have Snoofafu. Our boy Snuffafu. Stream live. Yep. Am I missing something? Nothing going down so far. Snuffafu still hanging out in this window position. Looks at one run into connector, but that's all it's going to be is a look as Weeza able to get that kill. Taggy coming in for Snuffafu, but going down to Drew. Looks like a Scorchy able to get the trade back. Now Ryguy thinking differently about going into Murder Hole, but the CTs there not keen to give this one up. As I said, if they lose this one, it is going to be a tough half for them. But Scorchy locked out, and Halen getting Ryguy. This is absolute slaughter for Akimbo. It looks like this certainly will be a 6th. Nothing doing here for Scorchy, just looking to hang on to this AUG, and it looks like he probably will. Unless... Lisa, he's looking around, but it doesn't look like he will make it to ladder in time. Scorchy's going to be able to hang on to this gun unless he goes fishing and gets caught out, but not going to be the case as he elects to just hang on to this AUG. That will be Akimbo, going up 6-3. Looking like a pretty free T-half if you ask me. Unless MCS Gaming can put something together here on the half buy. We see the Deagle coming out, the MP9 coming out for Ogura, who seems to be a bit on a different page, buying all the way down to 1,000. His teammate's saving 2K, so we'll see if he can make his money back with this MP9. Will be Scorchy. Not going to be doing anything crazy, just a fast way to get into that cap position. Looks like the first fight, Ogura with the MP9. We asked if he could farm anything with it. What will he do here? He's swinging into the angle. Ogura's ready for it, though. Alula, excuse me, going to be ripping off Ogura's head. And that should be a free A site for the taking. As the utility coming out, you can see that the protocols are there. Alula jumping into the flames, just getting a bit of touch damage sitting in the smoke. Let's see what they decide to do here. Are they going to be ready, though, for the peak 9? Look at the angle! Zarka almost wins that completely. Going to be able to get the kill in the end. Drew there for the trade. Snoofafu with another, but Drew, he's still hanging around with the AK. Bit of team damage coming in, but not going to amount to much. And Drew, absolutely disgusting with that third headshot. Making this round a statement out of him. Ryguy, no armor with the AK, seeing if he can get anything done, but no kit, almost no hope here. No way to go with it. Shoots out some shots, but that's not going to be anything. Halen there to finish it out, and Akimbo going up 7-3, securing themselves the winning half. As Drew with some absolutely disgusting handwork. I mean, just look at the money for these boys. 11K. 11K. 7K. 7K. 6K. 8K. They got so much money. Scorchy able to find something with the op there, and that is a much needed as MCS on a downward trajectory. They're going to get anything going. It's going to be now. Has to be now. If not, they find themselves in a tough spot. Ryguy gonna be here to receive, but he is visible there going down to 9 HP, and I'm not sure what that angle is. I would be so tilted if I were Ryguy. As we could see, there was nothing visible from his POV there. Taggy gonna be left here to lurk a little bit. Remember, 4v5 for the T, so they are working and from a disadvantage. Who found the timing, but not so. As Taggy does get one on B, and the CTs look like they've rotated over, but the Akimbo, they don't know it. As the bomb has made its way over to A site. Drew, we saw him go off in the last round. Can he do it again? Rocking 11 kills right now at the top of his team. Thinking about slinking out of A main, but it's not going to be so. Waiting for that smoke. Ogura on the left-handed view model. Makes everyone want to throw up at least a little bit as the CTs, they are hanging toward this A site. It's just going to be lonely Snoofafu on the B side to receive absolutely nothing as we see the T's making their way through Palace. 25 seconds to go. Bit of jam time happening here. Will they save or will they go? As the flash comes out, Drew able to get one. Should have been spectating him. As you know, he's good for at least one. Taggy, bit of an awkward situation getting caught with the nade out, but is able to make it out. The CT not going to be able to peek that one as Taggy ripping off his head. Zarka here to do it, and what looked like an absolutely abysmal round for Akimbo is Drew is just saying none of that is another 3K for the man. Absolutely going nuclear in the past 2 rounds, putting Akimbo on his back, saying, nah, we win in this T side. We win in this T side. Absolutely nutty from Drew in the 4 versus 5. What ended up being a 3 versus 5, if I'm not mistaken, and you have to imagine MCS, they got to be thinking about a timeout going into the last round, but it's nothing. They're letting it play on. Akimbo, they are feeling absolutely comfortable in this. Money was never an issue. Not even electing to bring out the op. Because let's get on my man, Drew. We just want to see what this absolute madman is up to. This guy has been ripping off heads. Is Halen going to be able to get one? Taggy going to be able to get another? Guess we shouldn't have been spectating Drew this round, but, you know, What can you do is it looks like Alula going to be taken out by Ogura jumping over that Tetris position, but that is going to leave the B site open for the taking as Taggy. Falling out the man position, going to be dropping straight in. Not sure what it looks. Head on a swivel, but Halen going to be able to get that one, no problem. And it looks like this is going to be an Akimbo 9 to 3 half, excuse me, almost no problem, unless the CTs can do something stellar here. Zarka getting quite a bit of damage down onto the bench player, but it's not going to be enough. Taggy sitting low, but not sitting low enough. As it will be the bomb, slowly, eventually making its way through. Weeza. Gonna be tossing an 8 into the mark position, not gonna get much done. As toes a little warm for Taggy, sitting on set 11 HP, see if he can get anything done here. Looks like he will be the one to swing both CTs. Now looking at him, this could be his timing, but he's electing to just hold it a little longer. If he swings now, he's almost certainly dead. Ogzarka holding that angle. This is a 2v4 in the last round. You have to go for this. You have to try to get something. The molly coming out, time to absolute perfection. As Akimbo, this C side on Mirage, looking absolutely clinical. Ogzarka, no kit, no chance. That is a 9-3 half for Akimbo. As a more than comfortable T side for them. All right, MCS, what you got on this T side? It's going to have to be something absolutely insane. As you know, I really don't mind Drew being left to hold B site by himself. This guy's aim is absolutely disgusting. But it doesn't look like it'll be up to him. As the CTs, Imbo with the A stack, and it looks like that's where the hit will be coming from. Ogura, what can you get done here? His first contact, Zarka able to get the trade there. As Ragai following up Ogura with 2 kills there of his own. Halen able to get 1. Drew tapping away, not able to get the Palace player, leaving Akimbo in the 2 versus 3. Alula, excuse me, coming through the smoke and not able to get anything. Drew, this would have to be something absolutely spectacular. And Ragai waiting on the other side of the smoke will be a pistol round for MCS, a much needed pistol round, as things were looking dire, and don't get it wrong, they still are. MCS gonna have to put something sick together, make this one happen. Only 4 rounds needed for Akimbo to put this one to bed. So it's almost certain they will be taking a save. Not going to be needing to risk any buys in this one when you're up 9-4. You can see the AKs, the Galils, the Mackies coming out for the Ts. Going to be looking to farm some cash up with those SMGs as Akimbo electing to stack the B site. You have to imagine the logic is who stacks B on an eco round, because teams just go A, right? Because it's the execute site. And so teams will try to throw a spanner in the works by going B on that anti-eco, right? Because you expect the CTs to, stack mid or A. So I like the call. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be working out because the Ts are just going to be going A, where they will find a completely open bomb site. Nobody home, going to be getting a palm plant down, just try to do some hunting. Literally nothing to save here on the side of the CTs. So you have to imagine they'll just be trying to run around and maybe get a few kills. Gordy taking out Alula. Wow, I really can't get Alula. I just keep wanting to say Lulu. So 5 with the Mackie. Weeza going down, getting nothing with the Deeg. And that will be a comfortable 5th round for MCS. Now Akimbo coming out with the buy around. Again, Drew looks like being left to hold that B site by himself, and again, it looks like it won't be a problem. As MCS looking like they really favor this A site. Utility coming over, a little bit of a pop flash for A main, I guess, coming in just to make sure nobody's there. On Zark, they're going to be taking the first Carnival. He's going to get one on the house. The trade is there, and Scorchy with another. Rag Guy flying out of Palace with the Mac 10, not able to get anything known. This A execute is looking absolutely nasty, but Alula hiding in that firebox position. I wasn't even aware. Able to snag one, but the trade coming in, and the push from Sufafu. Going to get another, but traded out. Leaving Weeza, he's going fast in the 2v1. What's he thinking about doing as the spam from Firebox comes in, and the peek from Ogura, not quite sure what the purpose of that peek was, but Weeza not going to be ready for that timing. Scorchy playing that one beautifully. And honestly, Ogura gave him a chance there, taking that fight after he knew he was off the bomb. Where the Gingerbeard caster, dude? That's me. This is the Gingerbeard caster. Thanks. Nice to see you, Bloom Pop. If I'm known for something, I guess it could be that. As Akimbo gonna be losing their first gun round, and all of a sudden this game becoming quite a bit more interesting. MCS showing they have a bit to say for themselves on this T side. It has just been A executes, but they've been clean A executes nonetheless. Oh, unfortunate. Well, there can be two Gingerbeard casters because I also have a Gingerbeard. Just let the record show, you know. It looks like it will be a bit of a lull state in this mid-round. Oxarka sees a bit of an angle. Alula able to get one with the MP9, though. Not sure how that happened. Going to be traded out almost immediately as Oxarka stuck in this position. And Weeza and Drew coming in through two of their own, and now all of a sudden we are in a 3v2 favoring the CTs as Snufafu gonna be mauling out this position, has an inkling that somebody is there, and beautiful Molly gonna be able to get that kill. And now T is certainly in the advantage as Halen coming all the way from CT, and Taggy does have armor on this deagle, so could make something happen here. That Mac 10, no head armor, quite deadly. And no kit to work with. I think they might even be wanting to call a save for the armor here as time is dwindling down. About 30 seconds left. Gonna have to make something happen. Taggy not spotting anything. Is very aware that a player might be better than Sufafu. Does get dinged. Able to get the kill off on Sufafu. Gonna be able to put Taggy in the dirt as well. And that is another round coming in for MCS. Starting to build up that economy. As we can see, quite a bit of money on the side of these terrorists. Kimbo gonna have to get something going on the CT side now. The exact opposite of what we were saying on their T half, as that looked absolutely stellar. But these A executes coming out of MCS have been beautiful themselves. Kimbo not able to get anything started as of yet. And as we can see, that B take, even though it was against lesser weapons, was a little bit shaky from MCS. So we might be seeing or understanding why they like to favor this A site a little bit. Their B site not as comfortable as the flashes and the peaks coming out. Weeza able to get one onto Ragai. Not going to be getting a peek from another CT though as it stands. And Sufafu thinking about making his way down this underpass position, but it's smoked out. A very interesting smoke. Not quite sure where that came from, but really deterring him from that push. I actually really like that smoke, as it allows the CTs to really practice that mid-aggression. It looks like Taggy's going to be getting one of his own on this A site. So it looks like MCS in the 3v5, they will be trying to make something happen. B, Scorchy with the op-out in this round. You know he's hoping that he doesn't have to put this one away after spending so much money on that thing. But for once, we do actually have two CTs over here at the B site. It's going to be Drew with his homie Halen. No, Drew, haven't said his name much after that T side. It's going to be up to him this time, though. Gets the first, blinded off, going to continue the spam. That is going to leave Halen to help pick up the pieces, as now the 2v5, almost impossible as time ticking away. CT's rotating over, Halen going to get one. Good for the second, double kill on the B side. Drew and Halen put it to bed, 5 alive for Akimbo, as that is a round that they certainly needed to get something going on this CT half. Akimbo Halen, 2-piece, yes sir. As the timeout, you have to imagine coming through from MCS. Could be Akimbo though. Might be talking over some CT strats, but MCS wondering what they can do to get a gun in the hands of Ogura here. Just rocking the Glock and no socks. like the AK will come out. No util though. So Agura gonna have to be relying on the good old aim. I'm curious, is another timeout? Oh, I guess it was a bit of a tech pause, you know. Coming through in that first one, now we get the tactical. Helicopters. Kind of reminds you of COD 4, you know? In COD 4 players. COD 4 got you into gaming, online shooters. Hey, man. That shit got me to where I am. I would not be casting this game if I didn't play COD 4, you know what I mean? We love COD 4. Anyway, timeout's finally over. Let's get back into the game as we are coming off the back of a 5-alive Akimbo CT round win. Let's see what MCS has going. It looks like fast B-take ready to challenge that CT aggression that we saw last round. These are going down so fast. Able to get 2 while blind. Man having an absolute heater of a round, but finally will be traded out. Even Stevens is now Drew able to get another one back. 2 from Drew. Another multi-kill on the round for this guy. He's going absolutely nuts with the multi-kills. He has a chance even to get a third, and what looked so good for MCS off the back of 2 absolutely steaming hot entries from Snoofaf, who is going to be smothered out in quick succession. Drew, absolutely just a rock on this B site. You see why Akimbo puts him here. He's got the game, and he's got the name. Call it Drew, baby! He's going nuts. It's kind of crazy because we haven't, since the T rounds, we actually haven't said his name a whole lot, but anytime they've gone B, it's just been an absolute shutdown from this man. He is just on one, and it looks like MCS, unfortunate position to be in. You hate playing for OT, but they are calling that they need to take a bit of a save as Rye Guy, just practicing the movement a little bit. You know, I don't hate it, but that also speaks to the level of tilt that might be going on in the MCS camp, as we all know how it goes when you're feeling a little angry. You just run around, you spam some keys. I'm no body language expert, but if I had to guess, you know, a little bit of tilt coming in. As Oxarka here with the Tech 9 knows that this jump spot's happening. Gets a timing actually. Oxarka able to get the solo B defender, and you would think that they know Drew. He's that lone B player, but it seems like they're not going to be making the call off B. It looks like they were expecting the rotates, and Oxarka wondering where the CTs are. It looks like he's playing a bit of ring around the rosy with Alula here. What is the timing going to look like? Oxarka sneaks through, and Alula has absolutely no idea. The question is, do they know that this is a possibility? Has it been communicated that Oxarka has a chance to have made it through here? And with another kill coming in on Snoofafu, that makes it very interesting. But the bomb, Scorchy, no, alone with the bomb on the push, going down, not utilizing that position from Oxarka at all. With the AK and Akimbo, they don't even know it, but it looks like they've caught a bit of a break here. Taggy is ready. They still know that Oxarka is lurking somewhere with the AK, and now it will be up to him. 18 seconds, has to start making some noise. And with the flinch coming in, that will be a 12th secured for Akimbo. 5 chances to close it out, and they've certainly looked like the better team in this one. The question is, can MCS put together something incredible? Because I'm sorry, I took this very unreadily. Please excuse me while I grab a drink of water. So I did not have that ready. 2-2 trade. As now they put themselves in a good position, favoring the T's at least a little bit. Zarka here to try to get the kill onto Halen, but Halen, will you find the timing? Scorchy with a Scorcher onto a Lula. Halen, you have to get the timing here. You have to play this to perfection, and there's absolutely no way for the trade tries to come through. Drew gets 2, but can't get the 3rd. So close. Man's been on fire, but that was just asking too much. It's 12-8 for MCS, putting themselves in a spot to bring this one back. Only down to 4 chances for Akimbo. You know this MR12. Anything can happen. Just when you think you're out of it, you're right back in it. So MCS, we'll see. It's really been these A executes, and honestly, I don't know why they would do anything else. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. When I say it ain't broke, don't fix it, I mean, not much else has worked for them in this half. Their B site has not been stellar for the takes, as Drew has been an absolute rock here. We see him up at the top of the board with 21 kills, top frag in the server, top ADR in the server, 61% headshot too. This man is just an absolute machine right now. So if I'm MCS, I am certainly trying to avoid that man. An A site, like I said, has been working for them, and Weeza pushed up with the op. You don't expect that. Does get traded out from, it looks like, the underpass position though. Sufafu quick on the trade, and it looks like it will be this A hit coming in. Scorchy here with the op, but Halen pushed up so close. Who's it gonna go to? Makes the sound cue. Scorchy now definitely aware, spots the player ticket, who's jump spotting, so we'll be spotting in return. Also Molly coming out, gonna force him off the angle. Halen peeking, but Guy, he is there for the headshot. MCS now in the 4v3 advantageous position for them, as they are trying to execute onto this A site. Will be Taggy behind the smoke on default. I really like the positioning here. Question is, will he be ready for it? And the answer is yes. Nade coming in from Drew, gonna be able to get 1. Can he get any more? Is Alula getting another? Alula with a 2nd, and Drew there to finish it off. Akimbo Esports 13-8, coming in with a absolutely incredible 2v4 retake, as Alula and Drew working in tandem there together, the B players. Drew with an absolutely monstrous game. You see it there, 23, 12, and 3. Man went nuts in this one. As Akimbo coming in with a pretty handy win. There were a few rounds that could have gotten away from him, but they managed to pull it out in the end. And again, sorry for getting here a bit late, everybody. We had a bit of a technical issue, but we made it work in the end. And MCS, those A takes were looking good. Yeah, dude, I told you I also have the ginger beer. Those A takes were looking absolutely spectacular from MCS, but just wasn't enough to get them over the line in the end. It Drew absolutely nutty on that B site. Some beautiful T-sided rounds, some nutty headshots. I mean, the man was just popping off. As we are just checking to see if anybody would like an interview. It will just have to be an audio interview, just for the heads up. That is okay, but if we could get an interview, that would be most excellent. Anytime, Wick. Drew's in waiting room. Heck yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Is that something? I'm there.
Yeah, sorry, it's a little, it's a little jank, but appreciate you being patient with me. So Drew, that game from you was absolutely nutty, my guy.
Thank you, thank you.
Walk me through that B-side anchor. Why do they put you as the B-side anchor?
What? I mean, I put myself as the B-side anchor, you know. The IGL, gotta play those tough spots, those spots people don't want to play. Gotta let my teammates have a little fun, you know. Otherwise, the vibes aren't that good. But a lot of my kills were actually on T side, I think.
Yes,
they
were.
Yeah.
On your, I got in a bit late, so I didn't see the first. I think it was 4 or 5 rounds. But after that,
okay.
it was just saying your name for the most part. Some absolute rippers with the AK. I think there was a nice 3K in there that really gave you guys a lot of momentum.
Yeah, definitely when we were going on A, yeah, that felt really good that round. Um, yeah, just in general, we came into a game plan with these guys that we know they like where they play and like how they like to play Mirage, and we knew like I don't know if you ever saw when they were fighting middle, we would set a guy underpass and he'd just hear two people running off cat, so we would never like run into any of their aggression, and when you're not running into like five people, the game's pretty easy, so playing
Yeah,
the game smart, playing it calculated.
yeah, it seemed like you guys had a pretty good idea what was going on, and I wanted to ask because from my point of view, it was very clear that MCS favored the A site, and a lot of their round wins came off those A executes. Uh,
Yeah.
and so, what was your thinking around that? Because you clearly had them locked down on B. So, what was the game plan for A that round?
For A, I think some of the rounds we had Alula, who is our cap player. He went over to A. I think he hit like Firebox one round, but I think we ended up losing that round actually, if I'm not mistaken. It
Yeah,
was
the
like a 3v3
Firebox
or
round you
something.
did. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like just some unfortunate rounds, honestly. I think yeah, we just Taggy and Halen are like kind of like a new combo over there, so just some inexperience, but definitely not anything we weren't ready for. Like them coming towards A, just had to clean it up there towards the end.
All right, cool. And
Yeah.
lastly, let me walk me through that clutch between you and Alula that ended up being a 2v4 in that last round. What was going through your head? Because in my mind, I was thinking that was an obvious save, right? 2v4, you still got 3 rounds to play with. So what
Yeah,
were you
yeah.
thinking there?
This is the round I killed the guy with the nade, right? So it was basically 2v3.
Yeah, you killed him. Yeah,
Yeah.
right in.
So I actually Haley made a really good play there, and he got like the early info A ramp when we didn't know where they were, like if they were in middle and stuff. So I was able to rotate from B really early, which was crucial because I got to be able to trade Taggy when he was like walking through the CT smoke, and then me and Lula just traded out from there. So
Yeah,
yeah, that was probably the
it was beautiful to watch, man. It was
yeah
a lovely game. Some sick aim and some sick calls coming out from you guys. So GG's, great game.
yeah. Thanks, man.
No problem.